Hello, good evening, and welcome to IQI Friday Prop Talk. Thank you for making the time to join us this evening. My name is Lee, and I'm one of the team leader here in IQI Australia, and I'm your host this evening. So if you have not crossed paths with IQI Australia, we are Perth-based sales and marketing real estate agency. We specialize in off-the-plan apartment sales, and we also do some brand new house and land packages as well. So IQI WA is the first IQI global branch in Australia. So IQI Global is a member of GY IQI. That's why you see the other name of GY IQI. And IQI Global is the largest real estate network in Southeast Asia and Middle East and North Africa. And IQI Global has more than 15,000 real estate agents now, and we're spreading across about 15 countries. And our offers keep growing, and we welcome different countries joining into the network. And we're selling over 400 new development and township globally. The beauty with IQI Global Network is we all connected to each other. So I mean, all the offices across these 15 countries, we communicate with each other, we know each other, and we work together quite well as well. So I do get people ask me, what is IQI stand for? The name of IQI stands for International Quality Investment. As the name suggests, it is more than just simply buying and selling properties. It is more about helping our client realizing the value in their investment. And we work alongside our investor to build a portfolio, and not just in Australia and globally as well, like what I said, because we have this IQI global platform, so we can introduce different properties for our investor to invest in. And on top of that, we also work with a lot of home buyers to look at buying the new home as well. So if you would like to find out a little bit more about the service that we provide, please leave us a message in the comment below, or you can PM us, and one of our strategists will get in touch with you and give you some idea how we work and how we can help you as well. Yep. So this evening, we have two special speakers with us, Derek and Curtis, who will be sharing some update on Perth's next Southern CBD. When I first came across this term, Perth next Southern CBD, I thought, okay, this is new, this is exciting. So we spent quite a bit of time looking into this new plan, or this grand plan by the city of Canning. So the city of Canning has committed 76 million in a regeneration program to create a vibrant city center, of course, in the city center of Cannington, the Carousel precinct. The regeneration program and is expecting to deliver about 10,000 new dwellings for 25,000 new residents. So it's going to be big and exciting, and also bringing in an economic benefit of up to 2.2 billion in gross value. So a grand plan for City of Canning. Can't wait to hear about it. So let me introduce our first speaker today, Derek, who is our business development manager at IQI Australia. So Derek basically overlooks all the projects that we have in our portfolio. So at IQI, we go through a very strict due diligence when we pick up a new project. So there is a very comprehensive checklist that we will go through and make sure the project fit into all the criteria that we want for our client before we actually release it to the market. So yeah, Derek has a big job on his shoulder. And today, Derek is going to quickly share with us what is happening in the Canning City Centre, just some exciting statistics, and also a lot of new plan that many of us probably not aware of. So I'll pass the time to Derek. Thank you, Derek.
Okay, thank you so much, Leanne. Let me share my screen first. Can you hear me clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, good. I can hear you very well.
All right. Okay. All good. Okay. Thank you so much, Leanne. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Derek. I am the Business Development Manager in IQI WA. Our topic this evening is Revitalized City of Canning. There's a number of suburbs under the city of Canning, and the suburb that we would like to share in particular for today is Cannington. And most of you, even we as a local, were not aware Cannington will be Perth Southern CBD, or even called is a Perth Second CBD. If you have the plan to move to Perth, or if your kids plan to study at Curtin or Murdoch University, or you're purely looking for property investment opportunity in Perth, Cannington is definitely one of the areas that you should consider. So before I start, please allow me to do a quick disclaimer. This presentation is only intended to inform and for general reference only. As everyone's situation, financial objectives and goals are different. So therefore, before you make any investment decision, please seek for independence and professional advice. So, okay, let's start with the basic information about Cannington. The size of Cannington is 4.1 square kilometers, which is about 20% smaller than Perth CBD. And Cannington has 13 parks, covering nearly 14.2% of total area. The population of Cannington in 2011 was 5,274 people. By 2016, the population was 5,009, showing population growth of 12.4% in the area during that time. However, it is expected the population growth will be much higher in census 2021, or I would say will be much higher even in the next 10 years, and I will go more details later. As you can see in the map, Cannington is only 12 kilometers from Perth CBD, with direct transport linked by road or tram, which take only about 15 minutes drive from Cannington to Perth CBD. In 2016, here, the median monthly household income is 5,005, and monthly mortgage repayment is 1,007, which contribute about 30% of household income, which is really healthy level. So about Cannington demographic, whenever we talk to a potential investor or buyer, the first question is always about occupancy. They ask whether they can get a tenant for their investment property. It is indeed a very smart question, a really good question, because some of the area in here is more for owner occupied. So now let's look at the property ownership in Cannington. Here, 52.9% is being rented, and 21% is fully owned, which means pay off the mortgage already. And 25.5% is owned with mortgage, which means more than half of the resident here is tenant. And that is no surprise why Cannington is one of the area with high rental demand. About for the age, and you can see in here, this is a young suburb with residents age mainly from 19 to 49. This age group contribute nearly 70% of total population here. So what is the message bring us here is that those groups tend to be more looking into a lifestyle, convenience, easy access, low maintenance, and of course secure. Instead of a big house with heavy mortgage, they are more open for apartment option. And about households in here, so about 60% of households in Cannington are either couples without children, or single parent family, or lone person. So what do you think about this group of people want? A big house with big garden? No, I think they want a simple and easy. But interestingly, you see the type of property supply in Cannington here. It's more than 90% of them are house. Flat, unit, apartment is only 8.5%, which told us how limited supply we are with our right property type that match to existing demographic structure. And more, Cannington is one of the most diverse population in Perth. The majority of its population was born in overseas. We are talking about 70% of them. Why those migrants choose to stay in here? I think because there must be a good reason behind. And most of the people living in Cannington are working as professionals, 18%, technicians and trades workers, 15%, and labourer is 15%. So in short, Cannington is a suburb with a young population, multicultural, and consists of professionals. So residential vacancy rates. So this data is extracted from SQM research. And SQM research engine is only allow us to search the performance for the suburb by using postcode. So according to the postcode 6107, it covers two suburbs, Cannington and East Cannington. So in December, the vacancy rate is 1.2% in here, which is much lower than the healthy level of 3%. And the highest vacancy rate in here is 6.5% back to December 2016. At that time, Perth CBD vacancy rate is 6.7%. And since then, as you can see from the diagram, it has been going down significantly in the last 4 years. 1.2 vacancy rate is indeed a very good performance as compared to Perth CBD, which is about 4.5% now. And if you go further, compare with Sydney CBD, now is sitting 12.8%, or Melbourne CBD now is 10.8%. So I can conclude the vacancy rate in Cannington is extremely low. And when I prepared this event, I have assessed SQM for the latest information. And I was shocked when I saw this diagram. The property gross rental yield for the postcode 6107 is amazing. For house, it is 4.3%. For 3-bedroom house, it's 4.4%. For all units, which include apartment, the rate is 6%. 2-bedroom units, 6.1%. I think the yield is way too optimistic. I would say the range is for the units, the rental yield is around 4.8% to 5% is good enough. This is really interesting. It's back to 10 years ago, when Perth population was sitting at 1.65 million. There are a number of growth projections or predictions about they expect our population will reach 2.2 million by 2031. Which is acting more than 500,000 new residents into our city. So that's why our government has set up a strategic planning for this future growth, which is called Direction 2031 and beyond. But what they didn't expect is Perth population has already hit 2 million few years back. Nevertheless, the strategic planning and direction still remain the same. So within this planning, Cannington is set to be one of the strategic metropolitan center in here. And I call it just SMC. So what is SMC? SMC is set to be a multi-purpose center, provide a mix of retail, office, community, entertainment, residential, employment activity, and well served by high-frequency public transport. So as you know, connection is a key element to put everything that I just mentioned together. So Cannington has no doubt to become the hub for Perth Southeastern Corridor, with an attractive offering of retail, dining, recreational amenity. Cannington is connected by 4 major road networks. You can see it. Canning Highway in here. If you go to Canning Highway, you can all go down to the south countryside, and on the other side you can go to the city through Canning Highway. And Niche Highway, you can catch the Niche Highway all the way to Fremantle. And Manning Road here, and Tonking Highway, and also Thornley and Armadale tram line in here. So most major landmarks in Perth are accessible from Cannington within just only 15 minutes drive, including one of the most well-known is Curtin University. So Curtin University is in here. And Curtin University is WA, the largest and most cultural diverse university with Australia third largest international student population. It took only about, if the traffic is good, it took only about 7 minutes. You can go from the Albany Highway and turn left to Manning Road, just here, about 7 to 10 minutes. Besides, we have Cannington train station just right in here, and where passenger can get easy access to Crown Casino here, or Optus Stadium, and Perth CBD. And here, you see, here is we call Canning City Center. And number one is, you see, number one is Westview Carousel Shopping Center. It's marked as number one. Here you need to know more about this because Westview Carousel is Perth's largest shopping mall. It is home to the biggest center in Perth. Westview Carousel Shopping Center underwent a $350 million redevelopment to transform it into Perth's largest shopping mall and fully equipped with a rooftop dining and entertainment precinct. If people still think Perth is a boring city and there's nothing can do at night time, they should pay a visit to Carousel Shopping Center. With 362 retailers, 4,300 car parks, and over 13 million visitors per year, Carousel is truly a hotspot for many people, including myself. On the weekend, getting a car park is almost a mission impossible in Carousel, even though there's over 4,300 car parks. And guess what? Carousel is one of the very few car parks that customers have to pay the parking fee and still full parking over the weekend. The City of Canning has committed to create a vibrant city center. The investment amount is more than 70 million, which eventually will convert Cannington to become Perth Southern CBD. This is a 10-year program that will attract quality development, investment, improved lifestyle, employment, recreation, and entertainment opportunity in Perth Middle Range and Southeast Corridor. Here is some of the figures that Leanne just mentioned. There will be 25,000 new residents, currently sitting around 6,000 in 2016. 5.2 billion of private investment, 2.2 billion annual economic output, 1,010 new business, over 10,000 ongoing jobs, and 12% increase in business activity. So this is how the Canning City Center is going to be here. And come to the property investment, there's the 10 selection criteria for good property I list out in here, like near CBD, near transportation hub, near shopping center or other amenities, near private, top school, university, high quality and branded developer, special characteristics like view, close to river, population growth, employment opportunity, affordability, which is really important, X factor. So now I would like to share a video of Canning City Center Regeneration Program here. While you are watching, please feel free to check how many of these criteria can be met. It's amazing, isn't it? So before I hand over back to Leanne, I would like to highlight the projects that we have within 8-kilometer radius from Carousel Shopping Center. The first one is Elements at Carousel, which Curtis will go into details later. It is a great project, a great layout, beautiful design, awesome landscapings and facilities. And right behind Elements, we have Velocity Cannington Apartments. It will be completed and expected settlement by early next year. And not far away from Carousel, we have Camberwell Gardens. It is double-story townhouse, only 2.5 kilometer and 4 minutes drive from shopping center. And we also have Moat in Cannington. It consists of established brand new apartment and townhouse, 4 minutes drive to Carousel. A bit far from Carousel, but closer to Perth CBD, we got Aviator Apartments, which the construction will start in weeks' time and will be completed in 18 months. Last but not least, we have Cascade, which is a luxury double-story townhouse in Waterford and will be completed soon. Only few minutes walk to Curtin University and 7 minutes drive to Carousel. So hope with my presentation, you have a better idea to Cannington, Canning City Centre, and especially its potential. Now is a really good time even for Perth. Low vacancy rates, low interest rates, Perth dwelling value increased by 0.6% in October and 0.9% over the quarter. This is truly a great result by considering what we have experienced during and after the COVID-19. So thank you so much, and I put it back to Leanne.
Thank you very much, Derek. Yes, that is truly amazing looking at all the exciting development and regeneration that are coming through for City of Canning, and backing up by all these statistics, even more exciting. And the vacancy rate of 1.2%, that is very, very low. I'm very proud to say that more than half of our team members in IQI own an investment property in the precinct, in the area. So we believe, we really truly believe in the potential of this region. If you happen to talk to one of our strategists and to ask them, I don't think they will mind to share their investment process and in terms of rental and things like that with you. For example, one of my investment property there has not been vacant since I bought it and has been always occupied, high demand. Yeah. And I also get asked quite a bit about the number of apartments that going through in the city, in the Canning City Centre. But looking at your statistic just then, at 0.5% is apartment. So that is really, really, low in supply. So now I can fully understand why there is a big plan for building lots more, slightly higher density, not fully very super high density apartments in the area. Imagine if we need to produce 10,000 of residents for 25,000 of people. There's no way that we can do house and land in that small little suburb. And considering the amount of facilities that the government bringing into that small little area, so apartment is the way to go, and the demography as well. So no one person want to live in a 4x2. Too much cleaning, can't do it. And also, I have one question, Derek. Is it too late for all the grant now? Looking at like 6 weeks to 2021, is it too late?
No, it's not too late. Like you still can get, like for the off-the-plan apartment, like Elements, and you still can get 75% stamp duty rebate, which is because still before construction, which is kept by 50,000, 75% stamp duty rebate kept by 50,000. And also you still can get a state grant, which is 20 grand. You sign the contract before year end.
So that's good, even though we only have like 7 to 8 weeks to end of 2020, we still have opportunity. So wait no more, guys. Now is the time. A little bit hard sell here, but $45,000 is not easy to set up, to be honest.
Yeah.
20,000 from the state and 25 from the federal government if you're a citizen. So no perfect time than now to buy your first home with that 45,000 rebate. And if house and land is not something that you're after, apartments like what Derek said, the stamp duty saving is amazing as well. So 75% for some of the, say 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom apartment, you're looking at about 9,000 or 10,000 of saving. So that's still quite significant. And investor can enjoy that as well, isn't it, Derek?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, so the 20,000 stamp grant and the stamp duty. So investor can enjoy it and overseas buyers can enjoy that as well. So yeah, thank you so much, Derek. So now please join me, welcome my second speaker today, Curtis. Curtis is one of our property strategists at IQI WA. So at IQI WA, our strategies not only deal with your buying and selling process, and the after purchase service is another extra thing that we will sort of work with you so that you can maximize your return with your investment. So we work closely with your accountant, your settlement agent, and your, I just have a mental blank. Yeah, so your team. So yes. All right, I will pass the floor to Curtis now. So over to you, Curtis. Thank you.
Hi, thanks, Leanne. Thanks so much. Yeah, we've just got a quick video here that we're going to play. And yeah, I'll just introduce myself after this. Hi from IQI Australia, my name is Curtis McQuaid and I'm currently standing at 14 to 16 Leela Street in Cannington. At the end of 2022, right behind me, you'll see elements of Carousel, 10 stories high, hosting 114 apartments, potentially your new home or your next investment. Currently, the Australian government is offering both local and overseas buyers a 75% stamp duty rebate, which means you could save yourself thousands of dollars by purchasing before the end of this year. In Perth, it's very hard to get a short stay application approved so that owners can host Airbnb travelers in their apartments. However, Elements at Carousel has already been approved. I personally love this building because it has this huge open foyer with a massive vertical garden growing all the way from the 3rd floor to the 10th floor, where a open skylight allows an abundance of natural light to fill the foyer to really welcome you home. Let's find out a little bit more about Elements at Carousel. Okay, thanks for watching everyone, and welcome if you guys are just joining. Welcome to IQI Friday Prop Talk. Tonight we're talking about the southern CBD of Perth, Cannington. As Derek mentioned before, lots of things happening in Cannington and they're all so exciting. It's really worth doing a bit of extra reading on as well. I feel so jealous of all the people who get to live there because it's going to be absolutely amazing. But today I'm chatting a little bit more about Elements at Carousel. As Leanne mentioned, at IQI we work primarily with investors, but we also work with first home buyers and home buyers also. So if you guys have any questions throughout the process, please feel free to comment below, and someone will help you or follow up with you at some point, just so that you feel like any question that you have will be answered. Okay, so here we go, a little bit of basic and overall information about Elements at Carousel. It's located on 14 Lila Street. If you look that up on Google Maps, it is literally right beside the Westfield Carousel. You could literally walk there. I did earlier, I walked there. And across 9 levels, you'll find 114 units with this beautiful rooftop garden. We'll go into a little bit more about that later. Throughout the building, there's 1, 2, and 3 bedroom apartments, all of various different sizes and shapes. So anything that you're looking for, you'll probably find here, no bother. And they all have, well, 80 units have been approved for short stay, which I'll also go into a little bit later to cover Airbnb. Okay, so there's just a little bit of a map that you might have seen on the video, just to really show you exactly how central Elements actually is. It's right smack bang in the center, so close to the Westfield Carousel, and so close to a lot of the things that are going to be happening in Cannington that are just so exciting. Especially about 100 meters down the road, you'll find the War Street Basin, which is currently being revamped and also will host about many different types of West Australian bush life and wildlife, just to keep you guys all company. Alrighty, so here's a little bit of a breakdown of the prices available currently at Elements. You'll find that a lot of them have actually sold out. We only have 26 available still, so if you're sitting and thinking about it, stop thinking about it and go for it, because they're not going to last long. They definitely haven't lasted long, that's for sure. You'll notice we've only got 5 1-bedroom, 1 bathrooms, 2 2-bedroom, 1 bathrooms, 17 2-bedroom, 2 bathrooms. They're still available, so perfect size for you and your small family, and only 2 3-bedroom, 2 bathrooms. You'll notice that they're quite generously sized on this one, especially with the balconies. Some of the balconies and courtyards get all the way up to about 100 square meters. 120 square meters, and we'll go into a little bit more about that as I go through the building. But something important to note as you look just to the right-hand side of the screen, the price per square meter is one of the lowest in the area. So it's definitely worth looking into Elements. Elements is a very unique building, and the price point just makes it even better. Also, low strata fees, if you check that out. Cool. So on the ground floor, you'll walk into your new home, or you'll park your car in the garages, and you'll have access to a few commercial units, stores that will probably be some sort of food and beverage or fashion outlets. And also that's where you'll be parking, and an end of trip facility will also be there. As you go up to the 2nd floor, 3rd floor, the level 1, you'll find 7 apartments on each level. That's where the parking happens. And also there's going to be a bit of a unique piece of artwork across the facade of the building as part of the design. So level 3, this is the main level, the main floor where the residents really start. This is also where you'll find all the communal facilities, or most of the communal facilities, such as the gym, residence lounge, yoga deck, bit of an urban garden. And also all the apartments on this floor have their own courtyards. So they have huge amounts of natural light coming through there. So they're absolutely fantastic. Some of those are still available, so seriously think about them. With 15 apartments on this level. From level 4 all the way up to level 9, there'll be about 17 apartments on each level. Some of those are still available. So yeah, take your pick. Alrighty. And on the top floor is the final amount of the communal facilities, such as a rooftop garden, barbecue area, a little bit of a reading nook, and a private dining area as well. So the main thing about Elements is the fact that it's called Elements, and that is because it really makes use of the WA climate and natural elements already available to us here. So it's been designed as a solar passive design, so that means that it is highly energy efficient and also allows lots of amounts of natural light to come through, as well as natural wind flows, just to make living that bit better. You know, people are actually much happier, according to psychological studies, when they have lots of natural light. So you or your tenants will be very, very happy living here. And you'll have a look specifically that there's so much greenery in here. So if you're thinking, why would I want to move into an apartment? I'd rather have a garden. Sorted. The garden is here and it's being taken care of by someone else. So that makes it a million times better in my eyes. Nothing worse than looking after a garden. Here we go. So this is a little bit about the main developers of this development. They're Gene Group. They're from Singapore. They're highly synonymous with health and beauty and lifestyle over there. But they also dabble in a little bit of property development, actually a lot of property development. They've got 18 years of experience under their belt, and they have included lots of luxury bungalows, commercial, industrial, and apartments, boutique apartments all across Singapore. So they're highly experienced in what they're doing. They're in partnership with Exile Group, who are local here to Perth, and they have another 10 years of development under their belts. And they're actually doing quite a bit at the moment, especially across this year. They've got a lot of projects launching, especially as you can see, we've got Aviator down there on the top left, and then right beside it is Camberwell Gardens. Those two were mentioned previously by Derek and Lee Yen. Another list of projects that are available within the Cannington area. So if you're thinking Cannington, there is lots to choose from. Elements is in the center of Cannington, and these will be a little bit further from the center. On top of that, we've got the builders, Firm Construction. These guys have 17 years of experience, so they know what they're doing. Most notably, the Ashton Apartments in Leaderville. And they've also done some government sector projects and lots of things like that. So the most notable side of this development is the fact that it has been Airbnb approved. So over in Perth, it's not easy to get Airbnb approvals. It's actually quite difficult. It's been regulated by the Perth government, so not anyone can just list their apartments as an Airbnb option. These ones are already approved, so they're ready to go into Airbnb to get increased rental yields than your normal tenancy. Good to choose Airbnb. Everyone loves going to Airbnbs. Why? Especially because these ones come with a car parking space. If you go to a hotel, they're not going to give you a car parking space, but these Airbnbs will be a very attractive option to people wanting to come to Perth, travel for work or for leisure. So definitely one of the selling points of these ones is the fact that you have that option, especially if you're listing it out as a rental and for some reason it's sitting empty for a few days. Chuck it up on Airbnb, and yeah, you might get someone come in and stay there for up to 3 months, so not too bad. The main question is, why now? Why is now the time to be purchasing either Elements or somewhere else in Cannington? It is because currently we are selling these at early bird pricing. So that's not going to last forever. They are reduced prices. I think in some cases you're saving up to $30,000 off of the post-construction price. So now really is the time. Get in there early. It is off the plan. So for those of you who may not know what off the plan means, it means just a 10% deposit will secure your place. So you go through, you pick the apartment that you like, and you put down your 10% deposit. And then when the building's completed or just before, that's when you start sorting out your finance side of things. So early bird pricing, put that 10% deposit down before the prices go up. The next point is that the WA economy is expected to keep going up. Things have been looking very good here in WA, and lots of the signs are pointing upwards. Especially a lot of the experts are predicting huge increases in Perth across the next couple of years. Another reason is the 75% stamp duty rebate. So this is available to local and overseas buyers, which is very, very rare, especially for overseas buyers who have to pay usually higher amounts of stamp duty. You're getting 75% off up to $50,000. So that's pretty good. Buy 2 apartments at that. Why not? And then also, because you're buying so early, you can pick your own color. Who doesn't like picking their own color? You go in and it's all ready to go for you. It's very, very easy. Also, with these guys, if you're looking at doing Airbnb, they also have furniture packages available. Part of doing Airbnb is that the apartment needs to be ready for whoever comes and stays. So that is also sorted by these guys, if you'd like it to be. So that's it. I will just quickly mention the landscapers on this development. They're actually huge in Perth. They're called Tim Davies Landscaping. And they have won awards, so many awards for their landscaping. And they've done huge areas like the Optus Stadium. In 2019, the Optus Stadium actually won the most beautiful sports stadium award. And I'd like to say that Tim Davies Landscaping had a huge part to play in that. And you'll definitely see that in throughout elements as the vertical garden stands out, and also the rooftop area has a lot of natural shade and covering from trees that have been planted or going to be planted. So yeah, it's going to be absolutely amazing. That is Elements in a nutshell. Thanks everyone. If you joined in, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask and they'll get answered down below. I'll just pass it back to Leanne now to wrap things up. And yeah, thanks so much.
Thank you very much, Curtis. Yep, I think our timing not too bad, hey? Just 5 minutes till we finish the session. Let me just quickly look through, see is there any question in the chat room. Now, while I'm looking at that, what you were saying about the Airbnb, Curtis, Justin, was really exciting, isn't it? Because this development has got both council and strata approved for Airbnb. And like what you said, if, say for example, I know recently one of our staff sold a unit to a parent from overseas for the children to, you know, study in Curtin in the future. And yeah, what the parents is planning to do is during the term, the kid, during the semester, the child's are going to live in the apartment. When they go back to hometown for summer holiday, during that time is usually around Christmas period, which is the peak time for you know, travel. That will be a perfect time to put it on Airbnb, and then the amount of money that you earn, like what you said before, it's good enough to cover something, isn't it? So that is absolutely perfect. And you also mentioned about the stamp duty for overseas buyers. So yes, now is really the good time because overseas buyers usually pay up to around 11% for stamp duty. And if you can save 75% of that 11%, so that is quite a great saving, isn't it? Right, have a quick look through again. Look like both of you have presented very well. We don't have any question here. So is there anything else you guys want to add in? Curtis or Derek?
That's all for today. Thank you so much. It's amazing opportunity to invest in elements at Carousel or Cannington in that area. It's fantastic opportunity because, like Leanne says, not many apartment or property can get short-term stay approved in Perth. Those people is still like short-term stay, like put it in the Airbnb in the market. Actually, is like a great area. If anyone in the building complain about it, no more Airbnb business. So Element is, I think it is the first apartment project I heard in Perth can get a short-term stay approval. Just when I listen, my mind back to like when I travel to Japan, when I book the Airbnb, I like to book next to the shopping center so that I can go to shopping a lot and bring back to the apartment and go to shopping again. So this is the perfect spot and location for short-term stay. Yeah. And the yield for the Airbnb can up to 8%. It's really, really great rental yield.
Yes, I totally agree with that, Derek. With the short stay, I think the beauty with that is not only it can be used as short stay, you can actually live in it as on occupy, and also you can do long-term renting. So you basically, one property have the 3 options. Yeah, instead of, I know some of the property that I came across, they can do short-term stay, but they are not allowed to do long-term stay or owner occupy. They can only do the short-term stay.
Yeah.
So I think with Element having these 3 options, it really opened up the opportunity for the investor or the home buyer, basically. Yeah. And also like what you say, there is a lot of other opportunity around the area as well. So we actually do have few smaller house and land packages sort of project in the area that we have not presented today. So if you're a first home buyer and you still prefer slightly bigger properties, do get in touch with us. You can private message us on IQI WA, or you can Google us on our website, and then drop us a message or give us a call. We'll be more than happy to show you all our stock and help you to secure your first home. All right. Thanks, gentlemen. Looks like we haven't got any more questions. I will wrap this evening up. And let me just do a quick intro for in 2 weeks' time. We will have another session on education. Yeah. So this time we have 2 guest speakers from 2 different institutes coming and talk about studying in Perth. So that's going to be a very popular topic, because I know a lot of overseas students start looking at coming back to Perth or planning next year or the year after when our border open. So yes, so in 2 weeks' time, please join us again at IQI Friday Prop Talk, and we're going to talk about education, studying in Perth. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your time. See you again in 2 weeks' time.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.